All right. Hey. All right. Let's see here. All right, so we're going over some of the book stuff today, how this is going to work. I'm going to start with level 1 first. If you're in level 2 and 3, stay on. You guys just follow along with me while I'm doing level 1s, and then I'll do level 2, and then we're going to finish off the class with level 3. So just kind of follow along with what we're doing, okay? So the first one is going to be the 17 laws of 17 laws of teamwork. And that's for level 1. Level 1, you guys are doing the 17 laws of teamwork. And if you guys want, they are on the Google Classroom right now. Your papers for today are on the Google Classroom. So you guys can print those out and fill them out as we're going along. Otherwise, you need to have a pen and paper with you so you can write down what I am writing so you can put them on that paper at a later date, okay? So you have either your notebook or that page, whatever it may be, and that is how this is going to work. So again, it's going to go level 1, level 2, level 3. Level 2 and 3 hang out. You guys can listen along. Feel free to listen with these and kind of refresh your brain on the lessons we're going to be going over, all right? So first up is going to be the 17 laws of teamwork. So this one, there it is. All right, so we are on chapter, chapter 15. Chapter 15 in level 1, all right? We're on chapter 15. And again, if you have the paper, awesome. You can write it on the paper. If not, write it down on there, all right? All right, so let's go ahead. We're going to get started. So the chapter is the Law of the Edge. And if you're just joining us, I'm doing level 1's leadership right now. Right after, I'll do level 2 and then level 3, all right? So it's going to 1, 2, 3. So the Law of the Edge, it says the difference between two equally talented teams is leadership. Leadership makes the difference. So leaders need to ... Leaders need to, the first one is delegate blank. Delegate blank. Now this one is delegate responsibility. Okay, that is the first word for level 1, responsibility. There you go, level 1, that is your first word. So, delegate responsibility. As a leader of a team, you have to be able to delegate means like spreading out the responsibilities. I'm giving other responsibilities to the other people on my team. So, for example, I'm in charge of the leadership stuff. I'm also in charge of stuff behind the scenes. I'm in charge of teaching Blackbook class, basic class. So everyone on a team has things that they are responsible for, all right? And that is what that is talking about. You have to get that. You can't take everything on yourself. You can't be like, I'm going to do everything by myself, because that's really hard. Number 2 is create an environment of responsibility. That means that if you are in an environment of responsibility, that means you know what you have to do to succeed. You know what your responsibilities are. And the karate school is an excellent thing to think about for an environment of responsibility. All of you have your responsibilities to earn your next belt. All of you have your responsibilities for leadership. All of you have everything you need to make sure you are responsible for your next belt. All right. Number 3, help the team reach its blank. Help the team reach its blank. This one is potential. Potential. Good, good, good. All right, so again, this is level 1 right now. So if you're in level 2 and 3, you don't have to write these down yet, but just listen along with us. All right, so help the team reach its potential. If you're a leader, you have to be sure that you are always doing the right thing, that you are guiding everyone else up to reach their full potential, reach the best they can be. All right, and the last one is improve themselves to help team improve. As a leader of a team, you can't just stay at one level and the whole team keep growing and them not pass you. You have to keep growing as well as the team. Otherwise, they'll catch you and then they'll pass you, and that's it. All right, so if you're the leader of a team, you have to keep growing as well. You can't stay the same. Now, teamwork thought. Everything rises and falls on blank. Everything rises and falls on blank. This one is leadership. This is leadership. So, as black belts in training, as all of you are, this is very important. Everything rises and falls on leadership. What that means is if you have a really, really good leader, well then you're gonna be really, really well. And again, we're doing level 1 right now. After I get done with this, I'm going to level 2, and then I'm going to level 3. So it's all in one video together. Perfect. All right, so everything rises and falls on leadership. If you are a good leader, the rest of your team will succeed with you. The rest of your team will be together with you. But if you're not that great of a leader, well, then the team's going to have a harder time to try and succeed all the way up, all right? So that's why leadership is the most important thing. And that's why you guys are in leadership training. It's because we're trying to grow you guys to be the best leaders you can be. That way you guys can tackle whatever kind of obstacles are in your future. You can just blow away the competition as leaders, all right? That's why this is important that you guys focus. That's why it's important that you follow along and why you pay attention, all right? Because as a leader, if you're way up here, the rest of your team's gonna come way up here with you. But if your leadership is here, well, then it's gonna be a lot harder for your team to rise, okay? So, becoming a better team member. You don't have to be the leader to be a leader on your team. This one is that's one of my favorite sentences. The story I have for you guys about that one is, who's ever been to Disneyland or Disney World? Raise your hand if you've ever been to Disneyland or Disney World. Sweet. Okay, a few of us. Awesome. All right, hands down. So at Disneyland or Disney World, there's the janitors. These people, they have like mops. And they have like a rubber band that they put on the mop and they start drawing like Mickey or Goofy or Donald or anything like that in the water, right? That's pretty cool. Now, it's not one of the leaders that came up with that. That's not one of the managers that are like, oh, that'd be cool if the janitors did that. No. It was actually a janitor, someone that was a janitor cleaning up the park that was came up with that idea. And everyone else is like, I like that. So you don't have to be a leader to be a leader, all right? What can you do to improve your leadership skills? Well, there's 4 things that you guys can do, and I'm pretty sure all of you are doing right now anyways. Ready? Number 1. Whoa. Number 1, Acknowledge the value of leadership. That's why you guys are wearing these cool blue tops, right? It's because you guys are already in leadership. You know the value of it. Number 2, take personal responsibility for your leadership growth. You guys are doing that right now. You're on YouTube or you're on Zoom with me at home learning about this stuff. You guys are doing awesome because you are doing exactly what you need to do. Number 3, put yourself in a leadership development program. It's like I said, you guys are already there. Look at these cool jackets that we're wearing. All right, and number 4, find a leadership mentor. Hi, I'm right here. Perfect. So that is for level 1, the 17 laws of leadership, the chapter 15, the law of the edge. That is it for level 1 for today. All right, thank you guys for coming. Now I'm going on to level 2. Give me a second, I gotta get there. Level 2. We're on chapter 5, the law of addition. Chapter 5, the law of addition. Trying to spend 10 minutes on each lesson. That way we're doing good. Look at me go. All right. So, chapter 5 for level 2. Chapter 5, the law of addition. We're in the 21 laws of leadership. 21 laws of leadership. So, it says, leaders add value by serving others. As a leader, it's important that we're serving others because that improves us in every way. All relationships either add to or subtract from a person's life. You either have positive value or negative value, and both can improve you quite a bit as a leader. All right, so we add value to others when we ... We add values to others when we, number 1, truly value others. Effective leaders intentionally blank others. Effective leaders intentionally blank others. This word is help. Yeah, help. As a leader, if we truly value others, if we show that we truly care about other people, we are a better leader, all right? Think about like here at the karate school. I genuinely care about all of you guys. I care that you guys succeed. I care that you guys earn your black belt. That's one of my favorite things in the world is seeing my students earn their black belts, all right? So as a leader, we have to genuinely care about what they are. We have to help them and guide them to where they want to go. Next one. Number 2, make ourselves more valuable to others. Make ourselves more valuable to others. The more you blank, the more you can blank. The more you blank, the more you can blank. This one is the more you grow, the more you can offer. I can't spell offer for some reason. There we go. There you go. Grow and offer. So, the more you grow, the more you can offer. Now, this one is the more, again, make ourselves more valuable to others. That means we grow. That means we learn new things. We're not going to stay still. We're going to keep growing and learning and getting better as leaders. And that's very, very important that we're doing that. Yesterday I talked about during class. We're going over the psychology of winning in class. The very first chapter is all about positive self-awareness. And part of that is changing your daily routine. Well, one thing that you could change for you guys is start reading books, like reading leadership books or read any kind of book, because the more you read, the better your brain is going to get. The more vocabulary words you're going to get into your arsenal, the more you're going to grow as a kind of a awesome, knowledgeable person. So yeah. Number 3, know and relate to what others value. Know and relate to what others value. Mature leaders listen and learn about people. Mature leaders listen and learn about people. This one's important. To be a good leader, we can't just when someone comes up to us and is talking about, oh man, this is so cool. Oh, I want, this is my goal. I can't just block myself off and not remember that, because if I do that, then I won't know what they value out of it, all right? I won't know what they want out of any of these, anything, okay? So it's very, very important that as leaders, we are always following along. And again, just for anyone maybe joining us right now, I'm on level 2's leadership curriculum. If you're in level 1 just joining us, I did that at the beginning of this lesson about 15 minutes ago. All right, now we're into level 2, and then level 3 is going to be right after this. So, yeah, if you want to be a better leader, learn about your people. Whoever is on your team, learn about them. All right, and you'll become a better leader. Number 4, do things that others value. Do things that others value. Reach out and blank others. This one is serve. Reach out and serve others. Good. So, as a leader, serving others is kind of vital. That's how we help people grow. That's how we grow with our people, is by serving other people and serving the people on our team. All right, application. We're almost done. Level 2. Application. So, number 1, the very first question. And again, if you're in level 2, I want you to write these down. Write down your answers. Write them down, because it's very important that you guys answer these truthfully. Be honest with yourself, all right? That's how you grow. So the first question, as a leader, do you have a servant's attitude? Are you happy or resentful to help others? So that question means, do you like helping other people, or do you not like to help other people? Would you rather just do what you like to do by yourself and not worry about other people? That's what that means. And both answers are okay. Again, I want you to be truthful. I want you to be honest with yourself, okay? Do you like to help other people, or do you just like to be by yourself and kind of worry about yourself? And you're going to write that down, level 2. And that's your first question. I'll give you a little bit of time so you can write down your answer. All right, and question number 2. How can you add value to another person? Find someone close to you, learn what they value, and start helping them. So what I want you to do for this one, level 2, is you are going to kind of think about someone close to you. And I want you to think about how you can help them during the day. How can you help them improve? How can you help them get better? How can you help them make their life easier? All right, that's what I want you to think when you're thinking about this question. It could be anyone you see on a daily basis. The easiest people, I'll give you a hint, the easiest people to help out are your parents. Awesome. All right. Good. All right. And that's it, level 2. That is the end of the lesson for you guys. Thank you so much for joining me. All right, level 3. We're going to you next. All right. You guys are on chapter 14. I have to find it. Hold on. There it is. All right, chapter 14. So, what I want you guys to think about when we're going over this lesson for you guys, because this one does have to do kind of more with instructors. All right, everything that is on this lesson is more for us instructors, but it's a great lesson for you guys for learning now. So when you start becoming an instructor, if that's what you want to do, if you want to become an instructor like me, Miss Ogle, or Mr. Churchman, no, you don't need the lesson to level 3. This is only for level 3. You have to wait till you're in level 3 to get this one. All right. Going back to it. So if you guys want to be an instructor, this is something you'll have to learn to be a better instructor, okay? So everything that will be on here, you will need to know then, but I'm going to also bring it back to where as you guys as helpers during like basic or even level 1, whatever classes you help out with, this can be added to you guys, okay, to help us be better instructors as well. So we're on number 14. It is make every huddle a masterpiece. We call them mat chats, right? So make every huddle a masterpiece. Huddle discussions give you the opportunity to share vital messages. Think about it this way. All the messages that I'm talking about during basic, it's trusting your intuition, showing good manners, having, a good attitude. It's, bully safing, stranger awareness. I'm giving messages that could potentially save their lives or make them better people, okay? So that's why these are very important. And you guys as helpers, as we go through that, I'll help you kind of figure out what you guys do during that, okay? So mat chats are hugely important. They will shape your students' lives both in and out of the martial arts school. That is what is very important. It shapes it on the inside and the outside. Like I said, I could save people's lives, make them better people. All right, rule of 3. Number 1, be animated. So to hold your students blank. Be animated. So to hold your students' interest. First word is interest. There you go. Interest. That is the first word. If I am in a group discussion and the whole time I am talking like this and not moving an inch, and my voice doesn't change, and neither does my face, everything starts sounding more and more boring and unfun, and you guys will lose interest, and then it gets awkward, and you guys don't want to be there. That's why we use our hands. That's why we make ourselves bigger. That's why we use our voices to show like higher and lower or anything in that way. I could talk louder, I could talk quieter. It all kind of comes together to make it more animated. That way the focus always is on me. And yeah, that's what that one is. So it says, being as animated and enthusiastic as possible. It lets your students know that you are interested in the subject you are talking about. If, again, I'm like talking like this and it just seems like everything doesn't matter, well then it shows that I'm not that interested in what I'm talking about. But if I'm, again, just like right now, if I am very energetic, if I am showing off that I love what I am teaching you guys, then you guys will be more interested too. All right, and this also, so that was the instructor side. Now it's the helper side. As a helper, you guys, if I'm teaching a class, right, and you guys have all been a part of them where I'm like talking in front of a huddle or sitting down in a circle, well, if you guys are helping me for like basic class and you see someone, totally not paying attention, there's a few things that you guys can do to help them get back on track, right? You can like snap at them. I'm pretty sure a few of you have heard me do that, where I just snap at someone. That's a very good one. Or you can call on them for a question. I'm pretty sure you have seen that at school, where someone's like messing around or not paying attention, and the teacher's like, Johnny, what is the answer to this question? Yeah, it works. It makes them pay attention right away. Another way you guys can do, this is something I do if they're sitting up front with me. I'll gently put my hand on their knee to make sure they're looking at me. Or if I'm not trying to be as nice about it, I have my look that I don't know if you guys have seen the look, where I'm like, I get very, yeah. Some of you have, some of you haven't. That's okay. It's yeah. Good. All right, number 2, encourage blank. Encourage blank. This one is participation. Participation. It's a little bit longer word. Participation. Encourage participation. It says, trying to get to where I can sit with you guys. It says, remember to ask a lot of questions. This keeps everyone involved. Math chats should be participatory in nature, not a long lecture. Never a lecture. This is important. If I am talking for way too long and there are no questions being asked, people get bored. That's why I ask you guys questions all the time. When we're doing the word of the month, what do I have you guys do? I have you guys come up to the front and talk about it yourselves, right? Well, that's doing 2 things. That is, 1, practicing your public speaking skills to make it easier in front of people to talk. And 2, it's keeping you interested. It's keeping you like focused on what we're doing, okay? Because you have to follow along in order to answer the questions. You guys are super amazing at doing that anyways. Even if I had to ask or not, you would still do that stuff because you guys rock. So that is what that is talking about. If I am just talking forever, it gets boring. Think about like sitting with your teacher talking to you for hours on end. What do? You start doing this thing, and you close your eyes. You're like, and gone. And that's boring! All right? So that's why we ask a lot of questions. That's why I get you guys involved. That's why I'm having you guys write down the answers right now so you can write them on the paper when you get it. Or if you have the paper already, sweet! Write it on there. All right. Down goes the whiteboard. All right. Cool. And number 3, be brief and thorough. Blank isn't better. Keep the math chats brief. Keep the math chats brief. All of them should only take 5 minutes or less. For maximum effectiveness, finish the discussion before anyone's interest wanes. This is longer. Longer isn't better. Now, you guys are different, but for like basic class, if I have my math chats longer than 5 minutes, who has helped me in basic class before? Yeah, a few of you. Okay. Yep. Kind of. Yeah. So in basic class, my math chats, when I'm talking about the word of the month or I'm talking about what are their life skills, usually I keep it within 5 minutes. Because if I did it longer, you see some of the students do it even earlier because their attention spans are lower. What do they start doing? They start like picking at their feet or messing with their geese or looking up at the sky. They're losing interest. And that's why we keep them straight. You guys, you're level 3. You are trained to be focused longer. That's why, like today, we've been doing this for 30 minutes now and you're still paying attention. It's because you guys are trained to be like that, and that's the important part. All right, I got a few more points. First one, make sure to use the prescribed material in the instructor binder. Now, not all of you have an iPad like mine, but at the karate school, we have a whole binder full of everything that we talk about on the karate floor, right? So everything that I say in the front office, like this stuff, or out here during mat chats, that's all in a binder for the black belts to use. I'm just really cool and awesome and have an iPad with it on there. All right. And number 2, use effective skills to hold the student's attention and keep them quiet. Again, use the clap. That works. Use your snaps. You can point at them. You can make your arm movements big. You can just be loud. Any of those things work. You just have to hold the student's attention. All right, now the bottom. This is the question for you guys, just like the last level. This is leadership thought. Why is it important to have mat chats? Why is it important to have our group discussions, our huddle up? Why is it important that we talk about these things? Why is it important that I sit down and talk about whatever it is we are talking about? Why do you guys think that is? Why do you think it's important to have mat chats? Think about that, write it down. All right, and that is it. If you guys have answered that question however you want to, it's your answer. You guys are free to go. That is it for leadership today. Thank you so much for joining me.